What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of K-Cards Baseball. Thanks for joining me tonight on this wonderful Friday evening, wherever you might be. It is in fact Friday evening, and that normally means we are going to be making a hobby news video. But tonight is going to be a little bit different. We're going to put a slight twist on it. We are going to do a State of the Hobby video. As you guys know, Topps Chrome recently came out. It is one of my very favorite products that does come out during the course of the year. I look forward to it every year, and I normally buy quite a bit of it. I pick up a hobby box as well as several blasters as they come out to market. I was planning on picking up a hobby box this week and breaking it on the channel this coming Monday for Breaker Monday, but this week I did watch several videos of different guys online opening up hobby boxes of product, and I came up with some very serious concerns. To give you an illustration of what those concerns are, I'm going to now play a video from Stryker Breaks, one of my very favorite guys online, and I'm sure many of you out there watch him as well, of a personal break that he did earlier this week, and it will illustrate my biggest concern with this particular product and why I'm leaning towards not buying a hobby box this year. Let's flip over to Stryker and take a look at this video clip.
This could be a Jackson Merrill or a Churio, possibly. No, it's not. It's not another one. No, it can't be. It can't be. $1995. He was born in 1995. And he's got rookie autos galore. Logan Porter. Thanks, Topps. 1995. You've got to be kidding me. That's a slap in the face.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video clip. I will toss a link in the description down below for Stryker's channel. If you haven't gone and checked out Stryker and his videos, he is probably one of the best online breakers that there is. I really enjoy his content. He is very good and very entertaining, so please check him out for sure. So after I watched that video clip the other day, it really got me to thinking, do I really want to go out and spend $220 for a hobby box and get a $2 auto card out of it for my one guaranteed auto? Because at the end of the day, that is the biggest motivation for buying hobby boxes, is that guaranteed auto. You don't get a guaranteed auto, obviously, in a blaster box, even though it does seem like the ratio of getting an auto in a blaster box is about the same as an auto in a hobby box. If you go out and buy 5 blaster boxes of Topps Chrome, it seems like you've got a pretty good chance of getting an auto, which is basically going to be the same cost as what you're going to spend for a hobby box. Not to mention you're going to get more base cards than what you would get out of a hobby box. But we'll dive into that here in a second. I created a spreadsheet, and I'm going to flip over to the spreadsheet so we can do a little bit of a deeper dive in this. I know that I'm a little bit late to the party. I probably should have done this a few weeks ago, but the motivation for doing it now was just basically my thought process that went into my change as far as not buying a hobby box this year. So let's flip over to the computer, take a look at the spreadsheet, so you guys have a better understanding of what you can expect in this particular product. Alrighty guys, here's the spreadsheet that I went ahead and created for a comparison between 2023 and 2024 Chrome. As you can see on the left-hand column, you can see 2023 hobby boxes. They were priced at $175. I do understand that when Fanatics put a pre-sale on this year's product, they were at $190. but now on Fanatics website they are at $219.99 or $220 for a hobby box, and that seems to be the going rate for hobby boxes across the industry. So I did call a couple of sports card shops today just to see what kind of prices that they got on their hobby boxes, and the price range was anywhere between $220 and $250 for a hobby box, which is pretty crazy. The card count is the same between 2023 and 2024, 96 cards per hobby box. The price per card, $182 last year, $2.29 this year, for a difference of 47 cents more this year than what it was last year. The price per pack last year was $7.29. This year it is at a whopping $9.17. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute as far as the value of that $9.17 for a pack of cards. The difference is $1.88 more as far as a price per pack. I did do an analysis of some of the parallels that you can get just to see if the chances were better this year than what they were last year in a hobby box of getting the most desired or the most common parallels. Negatives, for example, last year were 1 in 96 packs. This year it's 1 in 89, so slightly better. In that video that I showed earlier of Stryker, he opened an entire case of 12 hobby boxes and got 3 negatives out of 12 hobby boxes. So basically 1 in every 4 hobby box he got a negative. So that lines up with that 1 in 89 pack number. But the purple speckle parallel card in 2023 was 1 in every 109 packs. This year it is in every 1 in 102 packs, so slightly better. The rookie autos, and here is where the difference is from last year to this year. Last year there was 128 rookie autos. This year there is 154. So a total of 26 more autos or potential autos this year than what it was last year. So your chances last year of getting, let's say, a top 10 rookie, and I think a higher quality top 10 rookie, was basically 1 in every 12 boxes or 1 in every 13 boxes. This year it is basically 1 in every 16 boxes that you're going to get one of those top 10 rookies because of the additional rookie autos. And in that video that I showed with Stryker was a prime illustration of the major issue that I have. It seems that Topps has inserted quite a few more of the lesser rookies than what they did last year. Your chances of pulling a top rookie this year is quite a bit less than what it was last year. From what I saw of the guys opening up boxes online, it seems that the parallels were generally about 2 to 3 per hobby box. And I think that that is pretty much the same ratio as what it was last year. The only issue this year over last year is that with the additional rookies, we got 26 more rookies this year than what we did last year, and quite frankly, a weaker class this year than what it was last year. The chances of getting those best rookie parallel cards or top rookie parallel cards is quite a bit less this year than what it was last year. You have the same situation with the rookie autos. Because the additional 26 rookie autos this year over last year, the quality of that rookie auto is significantly less. And from the breaks that I saw online, it is much more common to get multiples of the lesser rookies than what you saw from last year's class. Finally, I want to take a look at how many hobby boxes you would have to buy to build a complete set at the very best case scenario. Let's say you bought 2 or 3 hobby boxes. Say you didn't get any duplicates out of those 2 or 3 hobby boxes. It would take you 2.29 hobby boxes to build a complete set. With the cost of $400.75 last year, the price this year has gone to 3.13 boxes or $685.47. $284 more this year than what it was last year. And that is assuming that you aren't going to get any duplicates. Now we know we do get numbered cards and inserts and parallels in every hobby box. That is going to raise the amount of product you're going to have to buy to build a complete set. In hobby boxes this year versus last year is that last year in a hobby box you were guaranteed 1 auto, 8 refractors, and 4 prism cards. This year your only guarantee is 1 auto. You're not guaranteed 8 refractors or 4 prism cards. But truth be told, in the breaks that I saw, that average seems to be the same this year than what it was last year. One final observation of the breaks that I saw of hobby boxes, it seems that the Shohei Ohtani base card was a pretty rare pull. Stryker opened an entire case of hobby boxes in that video I showed earlier, and he didn't get one single Shohei Ohtani. So it makes me question whether or not Topps had a pretty good inclination that he had a chance of winning the MVP this year and reduce the amount of cards that they put in hobby boxes just to limit their liability when it came to the buyback issue. Stryker did get 3 Aaron Judge cards in the 12 boxes that he opened, one of which was a refractor, and 2 base cards. Let's move on to the blaster boxes. Last year, the cost of a blaster box was $35 or $34.99 at Target, and they were actually $39.99 at Walmart last year. The price did go up $5 this year, so this year they are $39.99 at Target and $44.99 at Walmart for a difference of $5. You do get the same amount of cards this year than what you got last year, 28 cards per blaster box. The cost per card this year versus last year was $1.25 last year and $1.43 this year, for an increase of 18 cents per card. The price per pack last year was $5 per pack. It is $5.71 this year for a difference of 71 cents. Your chances of getting a negative this year versus last year, you got a negative 1 in every 165 packs last year. This year they are 1 in every 249 blaster packs. A purple speckle parallel last year was 1 in every 109 packs. This year is every 1 in 128. And again, we have the same rookie auto difference of 128 last year to 154 for a difference of 26. From what I've seen when it comes to the rookie autos, you do get 1 auto in every 5 to 6 blaster boxes. So the cost is going to be relatively the same as a hobby box. For 5 blaster boxes, you're spending $200 compared to the $220 for a hobby box. And again, the chances of getting 1 auto in 5 blasters, although it isn't a guarantee, your chances are generally pretty good. The same can be said for parallel cards. You're going to get 1 parallel card in generally every 3 blasters. So 2 parallels per 6 blasters, which is basically the same cost as what a hobby box would be. The biggest difference is that there are some hobby box exclusive parallels that you can't get in blaster box. You can't get any orange parallels in blaster boxes. Your chances of getting a low number parallel, such as a black or a green, for example, are better in a hobby box than what they're going to be in a blaster box. Finally, let's take a look at monster boxes. Last year, monster boxes cost $60, and this year they go up to $65, so a difference of $5 more this year than what you paid last year. The card count is the same at 42 cards per box. The cost per card last year was $1.43, and this year is at $1.55 for a difference of 12 cents. The cost per pack last year was $8.57, and this year is at $9.29 for a difference of 72 cents. The reason why the pack cost is higher in a monster box is that you get 6 cards per pack as opposed to the 4 cards per pack in both the hobby box and the blaster box format. I personally, rather than buying hobby boxes this year, I will be buying 2 monster boxes. I have already ordered them from Fanatics, and I do expect them to be delivered in the next week or so. So please stay tuned for that break on the channel coming up down the line. One alarming trend that we saw beginning last year in Update was the reduction of packs per hobby box. We saw it go from 24 packs down to 20, and the card count decreased quite dramatically in each one of the formats. Hanger boxes went from 67 cards in a hanger box down to 59, and blaster boxes went from 98 cards down to 84. The difference being from previous years is they did put in the Halloween inserts last year. However, in my opinion, the Halloween inserts wasn't enough to offset the decrease in the cards that you got in each one of the formats. They did continue that trend going into this year, with hobby boxes in Series 1 being reduced from 336 cards in a hobby box down to 240. Hanger boxes remain the same from 67 down to 59, and blaster boxes also remain the same from 98 cards down to 84. The difference in Series 1, if you remember, they did put in those spring parallels, and in Series 2 they did put in the summer parallels. So my biggest concern is that with the increase in price on the various formats, is that it is basically removing the casual collector or the parent that goes into Target to buy a box of cards for their son or daughter, and that, whatever the case may be, is not going to happen, because the amount of disposable income that people have nowadays is dramatically less than what they had in the past, and I think that Topps products are going to take a dramatic hit because of that. The average everyday collector, or the person that lives on a certain amount of budget to spend on cards, isn't going to be able to afford the price of a hobby box or jumbo box. That's basically where I'm at. I love buying hobby boxes in the past. Last year I bought hobby boxes of Series 1, Series 2, Topps Chrome, Finest, Update, and I don't see myself doing that this year. The only hobby box I've purchased this year has been of Series 2. I'm definitely not going to buy a hobby box of Chrome. We will wait and see what Update comes out at. If they have an increase in price in Update, I don't know that I'm going to be able to afford that format as well. The hobby box and the jumbo boxes are getting more and more to the point where they'll only be purchased by breakers. The average everyday collector, the person that only has a certain amount of money to spend, won't be able to spend money on buying those particular formats. I do see the increase in price continuing going forward. I fully expect in 2025, when Series 1 comes out, blaster boxes to go from $24.99 for a blaster box up to $29.99. Hobby boxes most likely will go from $90 for a hobby box up to about $120, I would guess. It's hard to say, but I do see this trend continuing into 2025. That is about all I got for you guys tonight. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe. We do have some good giveaways coming up. And once we get to 700 subscribers, we will be giving away a blaster box of Topps Series 2. And once we get to 750 subscribers, we will be giving away a blaster box of Topps Chrome. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, be safe out there and happy collecting.